So yeah, what we do essentially is what made us do what we are doing, right? So around the time when e-commerce space or was peaking in India, right, and there were a lot that was changing around us in terms of retail, the consumers' buying behavior, the retail ecosystem dynamics overall were changing, and that was the time when we both, myself and my co-founder Rishi, both of us were having the ringside view of what was happening, being in the e-commerce space, and what we were feeling is that India is a very entrepreneurial nation where entrepreneurship thrives in retail ecosystem, right? We have millions of shopkeepers running their home on this business, earning their livelihood through this business. We wanted to do something that makes them future ready, right? And that's when we decided to take the technology and best of e-commerce technology into their shops, right? So that was the whole mission statement, that at a time when there is a new gorilla that has come in the market and it is kind of creating a new sort of competition for retailers, right? What we can do that makes them future ready, and the best way to do is that you take the technology into the stores and create an environment which best of both the online and offline to the consumers, right? With that mission we started Arzooo, and what we have been doing essentially is this: powering offline retail stores with best of product selections available at best of the prices, giving them working capital cushions, so that at no point they have any proposition for their customers which is lesser than, say, an e-commerce giant, right? So that is what we have been doing so far. So we are in a consumer electronics space where we are powering about 30,000 odd stores across the country. We use Arzooo platform to source the product, source inventory, get working capital to run their business, right? So that's what we've been doing. I see it's always a challenge to bring something new to the people who've been around for a while, and they are master of their trade. They've been doing this for last 20, 30, 40 years, and so that sort of develops a complacency about their business, and it's like, I know it all and I can make it future ready. So it's hard to kind of convince them to adopt to something as new as a tech platform, because unfortunately what has happened over last decade, that though the technology has made its inroad everywhere, from automobiles to airlines to payments ecosystem to banking, but there is one sector which has not kind of adopted technology as much, that is retail, right? And that is where if you don't adopt to it fast, you will be left far behind. And that was our challenge, to convince these guys that why this platform is sort of crucial for them and what benefits can this offer to kind of bring them on the higher or same pedestal as Amazon and Flipkart. It took a lot of work, a lot of hand-holding, right from acquisition to account management. At every stage, we had our ground sales to kind of work with them closely. It's been a journey, especially for 3 years. But now, I think, especially post-COVID, they all have understood the value of a platform like this. How one platform sort of eliminates the hassle of dealing with 30, 40 different brands, different distributors. All of that gets replaced on single platform. So now when they are used to it, it's all organic usage that's happening. But initially, yes, it was a challenge, and that's where we used a lot of feet on street to kind of handhold them. No, so Arzooo essentially means fulfilling wish, right? It's somebody's Arzooo, and it started with customer essentially, right? So it is like when you go to an offline store, you will not get disappointed. An offline store which is powered by Arzooo, you will be able to get better proposition than what you get, say, on a Flipkart or Amazon, right? So that's how the name Arzooo came, and it sounds good. And so we decided to go ahead with this name.
Right.
Triple O, because there is a power button at the last O. If you see, that means it switches on your retail store uh, into a different mode, right, through our platform. So that symbolizes power, that your retail store now has the technology and it's run on technology. Okay, so I'll tell you what happens in our business, right? How we power every store in every part of the country. Uh, there is a store which is, say, in Bhatinda, a small town in Punjab, uh, and that store uses Arzooo as a platform to buy products as wide as 20 different categories and as spread as, say, 100 different brands. All of that you can get and buy on one platform called Arzooo, right? So anything that you need to run your business, you don't have to go to 10 different people. Go to Arzooo, everything will, whatever requirement you give, will come to you through Arzooo. We have developed our own supply chain mechanism that manages the entire logistics into it, right? So in the once an order comes in the back end, we have a lot of sellers who are selling their products on Arzooo platform, right? And these are large national distributors. There are a lot of OEMs and brands who are selling the product on our platform. So we use our own supply chain, Arzooo Express, to go to those sellers, pick up the product, and deliver it to that retailer in Bhatinda, right? So, and everything right from first mile pickup to bringing it to our local hub, doing the rerouting and taking it to the last mile hub, and then doing the last leg, which is the delivery leg. Everything is managed on our own tech platform using our own fleet of vehicles. So every leg of supply chain is managed by us. What sets Arzooo apart is the very capability of marrying the offline and online world together, right? We, especially if you look at, if you have ever purchased high involvement categories like, say, a fridge or a washing machine or a television, right? It becomes a family affair in our Indian homes. And when it is so, you go to one store, two store, three store to choose one product, compare this with another product, another store. You want to be sure of the product that you are choosing, because we deal in high involvement categories like this, which a shopper, a consumer uses for a longer life cycle, right? These products are used for 8 years, 10 years. You want to be sure of the product that you choose. You want to be sure of the after sales service support for those 10 years, right? And these are the attributes that brings consumers to offline store, right? And even in a very evolved e-commerce markets like India and China, any global market, if you see, these high involvement categories still draw about 70% consumers to an offline store. So offline remains a very integral part to these categories. What Arzooo does is also brings technology into the stores. And what this does is, what this enables a store with is much larger product selection that as a consumer you can get in this store, which is powered by Arzooo. You can, in this store, you can have as many refrigerator, washing machines, or television, or any other electronics product as what you get on a Flipkart or Amazon, right? That is the range of product that's made available to you as a consumer in these stores. So bringing the best of e-commerce inside a store where you go through your assisted buying journey. There is a store owner manager to help you choose what you want to choose. There is a seamless buying journey for you. There are modern payment solution available for you. There are modern buy now pay later solutions. So a lot of mechanism to help you afford those products, right? Help you buy those products are also available. So that's integrated approach of Arzooo enabling an offline store with best of this solution is what sets our stores apart from, say, an Amazon and Flipkart and rest of online platforms. So we are like Kavya, as I call it, even in all my internal conversation with my own team, is that we are right in the middle of our journey, right? The one leg, one part of it, we have been able to solve the supply chain, sourcing, pricing, working capital for these stores, right? So these stores are now competitive. They are powered with more product selection. They have access to superior pricing as any large player. But the problem that I see still is that these guys, even if they have the large product range based on the pricing, working capital, based EMI solution, etc., they are still dependent on the footfalls, which remains the lifeline of a physical store, right? And he's not able to participate into those 20-30% consumers who are shopping online. So the next thing that we look forward to doing is to solve for this, to make these stores participate in online shopping, in the consumers who are going online, and help them acquire customers digitally, right? So that they are not completely dependent on a physical walk-in, although physical walk-in will be the core to their business, but we want to create additional channel for them to acquire customers. And that's the next thing that we are up to. And we are coming up with some fantastic products that's set to transform the way they acquire customers, right? So that's the next thing that we're working on. We have raised about $85 million, right? So that's the total funding that we have raised. And this comes from a very diverse set of investors from India, from Japan, from US. So this is the set of people who are backing Arzooo.
Lovely. So in the field of retail, in your field, in tech and retail innovation, if they are planning to join the field, do you have any advice to them in your experience?
Yeah, see, I have one advice for anyone, right, who is willing to be part of any space, any ecosystem, any industry. Is one advice is very simple, that work on, get a deeper understanding of your target group, right, which is the very crucial piece. Whether you're willing to start something in this space on your own, whether willing to go and work for some growing startup in this space, I think it's very important to understand the sector, the requirement of the sector, the dynamics of that space, the pain points, existing pain points of that space or stakeholders in that space. And then you should start your thinking around building solutioning, right? So that's one piece of advice for anyone looking to get into any space. This is something that remains common to anything that we look forward to doing.
All right. Thank you so much. It was lovely speaking to you, and I'm glad to have an interaction with you. And thank you so much for taking some time out.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you.